And obviously the next map is going to be...
Yeah, Optic going really strong right there. And it looks like we're going to be heading into the third map. Let's see what we can do here. Looks like we're going to tell you what map we got going on. It's a CTF on Arcaden, so it should be really fast-paced. And we're going to wait for our players to kind of chill out a little bit. Looks like everybody's drinking a little bit of water.
Yeah, a bit of a rest after that.
Yeah.
Apex, they're not out of it yet, because obviously earlier on when Optic played H2K, they took that 2-map advantage. H2K, everyone thought it would be over. All of a sudden, boom, they came back into it. They had that stopwatch in CTF, then they picked up momentum in that. They took the S&D, and they were just very, very unlucky in that last capture the flag.
Yeah, and now we see the crowd out here. It's quite massive in Manchester. We've kind of cut the camera there a few times every day, and we're headed in towards the last legs of this tournament. So it's been an amazing tournament so far. If you're just tuning in, you're watching Optic Gaming versus Apex, and Optic Gaming has a 2-0 series lead. We're about to head into a CTF on Arcaden. And Benson, what can Apex do right now to keep themselves in this one?
To be honest, it's going to be tough. CTF against, Optic Gaming is tough, but we saw in that lockdown, when these guys start playing, they really start playing. They got that spawn trap locked in. They just went to town. I mean, 2 flags in a minute. We said it before, but I mean, that's just crazy sort of speed to cap 2 flags. So they need to just try and get their head up, because obviously 2 maps down, your head does start to sink a little bit. You need to try and get a little bit more momentum. Just see if they can pick off 1 or 2 easy flags. I know that sounds so simple, but it really isn't when you're going up against Optic.
Yeah. But you know what? Looking over here towards their side, they look absolutely confident still. Tommy nodding his head over towards Excellence as they talk to each other, and it seems like they are still in this one and still willing and confident to play. So Optic Gaming again up 2-0 as we're about to hop on board here. Looks like we have Merc queued up for you. It's going to be Arcade and CTF, and we're on board with Merc, like I said, rocking the ACR Benson and cutting out early to the right, throwing a few grenades there. He has a Simtex and a stun grenade, and it looks like Optic making a quick push early on.
Yeah, Vapes managed to get that Semtex off on Big Timer. Merc, lots of shot exchange on that top model area. Tommy's actually going to go ahead and drop him as we default over to Rambo Ray, who's on those Eskies. He takes down Monksy. And what's really interesting as well about the Apex line, we haven't mentioned this before, but they're actually being coached right now by Riddles. So Riddles he had a little play with a pickup team, and he played quite well. I think he finally finished top 24. So not his best placement, but he was actually playing with. There we go. Just received a message. But yeah, back in terms of the gameplay, we're going to be on board with Big Timer, as he's going to be using that MP7, making his way just to cover his own flag, taking his time, as he has got a few shots fired there by the Apex lineup. He's not entirely sure who it is, so he's just going to have to take his time. And this is what we see Optic do so very well. They don't push straight off the bat. They take their time and they push forward as a team. That's the most important thing. Just try and get 1 or 2 players down, then make your push. They're never too aggressive. They never overextend unnecessary, and that's all down to good communication.
Yeah, we just got a little note. We should probably bring it up. We've been calling Maxi Vapes this whole time, but sometimes as casters, that's what, you get a little confused.
It's confusing game attack.
Yeah, but MVE, it's tough for us to tell who that was, but obviously Vapes, now that I think about it, is playing for Team Fear, and it looks like we have Maxi, not Vapes again, as playing as the gamertag MVE under the Apex side. So sorry, that's the last thing you want to do as a caster is misreference a player, but this is Maxi on the Apex side, as we see Big Timer picking up a nice jump shot on Maxi. So right when we start talking about him, Big Timer does take him out. And it looks like Tommy picks up the kill on Big Timer. Now Scumpy takes out Tommy. So Optic looking good here. And let's see here. It looks like Merc's just going to hang tight on the staircase. Yeah,
it looks like he's waiting for one of those Apex players to overextend, go up that ADOM area and sort of challenge, see if they can get control over top glass. So Merc's just trying to control the map. He isn't pushing, he doesn't need to. They've got plenty of time, 3 minutes still to play. And, Optic, they're a strong enough team that they can really push it. Scumpy picks off a nice 2-piece. Now this is where we are going to see Merc start to push now, start being a little bit more aggressive, as he is waiting. As Scumpy, he's picked up a 3-piece. They're taking down Monksy. Not Monksy. Yes, Monksy even.
Oh, and there's the 4. Wow. So Scumpy taking out all 4 Apex players.
That's just typical Scumpy excellence. He does finally put a stop to his rampage, though, with that PP. Flag has been pulled, although he is going to be heavily stunned. Merc's going to have to pull out his pistol. And there was Monksy right behind him as he actually takes down Rambo with that Semtex. We're on board now with Big Timer. He's going to have to do a bit of defensive work. Tommy does shut him down. However, Scumpy was right there. And this is something that Optic is so good at. They're so very patient, like we said. Monksy does drop in this. We could be seeing Apex a little bit more aggressive now. And lots of kills being exchanged.
Yeah, definitely. That was a great recovery by Apex there. And now we see that Optic is going to be on the defensive here, but they do manage to wipe out all of those Apex players that were threatening. So certainly Optic with the map control now, as we see Rambo making a push here towards the escalator.
Yeah, 1 minute 45 still to play. We are on board with Optic Rambo, as he is just going to be being very patient indeed, just trying to check as much of the map as he possibly can. And this is something we see pros do all the time. It looks really funny if you've never seen it before, but they literally just jump to see if they can get a line of sight on just any player, just so it gives you a rough idea from when you actually jump that corner where someone is going to be. Monksy does take down Scumpy though, as Rambo gets shut down by Tommy. That's going to be 2 Optic players down. However, Merc is in a very nice position just to keep control over the map, and this is something on Arcade, and especially for CTF, is so important. Controlling that top glass area is such an important choke on this map, but you always have to have a player up there.
Yeah, and we see Merc is up there controlling that top glass area, and Big Timer picking up a kill there on Tommy. And Optic playing still very patiently here. They're actually backtracking towards their flag after being up with a 2-man advantage. It seems like they're hunting somebody down there, as Excellence does pick up a kill there in the feed. Now Tommy picking up a kill on Rambo, Scumpy onto Excellence. So 50 seconds left to go. A very conservative game out of Optic, actually, looks like. As you know, Apex makes a move here. Monksy takes out Merc. It looks like Apex is trying to get to that flag for the pulls. However, like I said, I don't really get it. Optic plays, you know, they are known for playing quite a bit conservative, but that was just a little too conservative.
Yeah, we didn't really see any massive pushes from Optic there when you thought, well, we actually, that's a lie, we did see that one push, and everything got a little hectic after Scumpy actually managed to get 4 down by himself. That was the only reaction, really, as Merc does get a 2-piece there, but it was very, very defensive. Considering we've just seen 5 minutes of gameplay, only 1 push in an attempt at pulling that flag. It's not going to be enough. However, having said that, Apex, they haven't really done much either, so it seems like both teams right now are playing very defensive, maybe a little bit afraid, because obviously in Optic's mind, they were 2-0 up against H2K earlier on, and all of a sudden it came back in that stopwatch. And Apex, you know, they just don't want to lose. They want to try and stay in it, because obviously if they lose this, they're out into the losers bracket, which is not where they're going to be.
So 0-0 tie in the first side. That's going to be a Merc there in your final kill cam.
It was a nice pistol shot.
Yeah, pistol shots were very nice there out of Optic that game. Scumpy picking up that 4th Apex player with his pistol. And we saw quite a few there at the end. And now we're on board with Maxi. We owe it to him to hop on board with him. So Maxi pushing out to the right here. Going to toss a couple stun grenades. Does manage to get hit markers there. Tosses out Simtex as well. Going to shoot through. Trying to get hit markers through that. But Merc picking up a kill on Excellence, but does take out his teammate Scumpy in the process. And now Maxi is kind of pinned in here, but his teammates giving him support as they take out Merc and Big Timer. And it looks like Apex is going to manage to pull that flag. Now Maxi with some nice shots there onto Rambo, picking up the kill. Scumpy takes out Excellence. So Benson, Apex moving this flag.
Yeah, they've done very well to take that. Oh, Maxi, that was good play, but Scumpy there with the pistol switch. He takes down Monksy, and he's going to try and go for the counter. And this is something we see Optic do time after time after time. They just go for that counter. As soon as they get in a bit of trouble, it just seems they always seem to set up in the perfect way where they can get that counter. And Scumpy's got that flag. Can he get the kill? Yes! Oh, that was a massive, massive kill. However, I think there is going to be another player there.
Oh, there's only one Optic player alive, and it looks like Apex does have that flag stopped nearly right before it gets capped. And now Apex gets the return and a pull. So Apex making a case here for themselves, being down 2-0 in the series. And now we see that Maxi's going to be pushing up to support his teammate who does have that flag. Merc takes him out from behind. So Merc in good position to stop this flag, takes out Excellence as well with the 2-piece. And now let's see what he can do. Monksy trying to take him down, and there Merc does go down, but the Optic players are on respawn, Benson.
Yeah.
So Apex really going to have to slowly move this flag if they want to get this cap.
Yeah, that was massive, massive clutch from Apex there. It looked like that flag was going to go in. Scumpy got dropped right on the flag. It was so, so close. However, we are on board with Maxi. He actually gets dropped there by Rambo. That flag has now been counter-pulled, and it's actually Rambo who's gone ahead and done it. So 3 minutes 9 still to play. Tommy takes down Big Timer, gets the 2-piece on Rambo. That flag has now been dropped. Monksy with the nice flank, and he has a question now. Does he go straight for the return, or does he go for the pull first? It looks like he's actually going to go for the return, so playing his card safe, the smarter option of the two.
And he does get that return. Benson, I'm really impressed with the play out of Apex right now. It seems like anytime Optic does get a pull, they manage to come up so clutch. And we see Monksy now making a move here on the Optic spawn as he takes out Scumpy. And Big Timer now goes down at the hands of Tommy. Rambo taking out Tommy, and now Excellence taking out Rambo. So 3 down for Optic at the moment. And let's see how Apex plays this. Do you go for map control here? Do you actually make that aggressive push? It's always up to you in the game, you know, to decide as a team what you want to do. And it looks like Monksy is going to go ahead and push through, picking up the kill there on Rambo. So those players for Optic may be pinned in that bar area. And it looks like Monksy is going to go ahead and put some shots into Merc there as well. So it looks like Apex now is just kind of playing that game of trying to keep control, and Monksy is looking excellent as he takes out Scumpy, Benson.
That was some really nice play by Monksy. You just saw him dictate all the spawns there. He knew exactly where all those Optic players are going to be, and now we are going to see him push a little further towards that flag. He has just seen someone at the back of their spawn. He knows there's an Optic player there somewhere. That was Merc. Merc finally putting an end to Monksy's rampage, but 1 minute 54 still to play of this CTF on Arcade. As it stands, it is Apex.Razer that have that one flag advantage, and they seem to have quite a bit of momentum. However, Scumpy is somewhere near the bases. He shuts down Maxi, and he gets the 2-piece as well on Monksy, and get the pistol switch on Excellency. That's a 3-piece to Scumpy, but he hasn't managed to get out. Tommy is there. He shuts down Scumpy, throwing that Semtex, and the stun, but that isn't going to connect. Rambo is going to be running that flag as far as he possibly can. Maxi drops him in. Lots of kills being exchanged. Maxi actually getting the 2-piece and the flag return. That was some great play once again from Apex.
Yeah, but Scumpy had that big 3-piece to pull that flag. He just nearly managed to get away. However, Apex did put a stop to it. They still have that 1-0 lead here on Arcadian CTF with 1 minute and 14 seconds left to go. We are in the eyes of Maxi yet again, and he has that ACR. He's just trying to lock it down. Seems like Apex might be playing in a more defensive mode. You got to make sure that you don't get caught on your heels, however. Maxi picking up that kill on Rambo, and now Big Timer takes out Maxi from behind, and it looks like Big Timer, did he make a pull on that flag? Yes, he did.
Oh, wow. So he's actually gone down, pulled it up top, but there was Excellency saying, thank you very much, I'll take that. But the flag has been immediately pulled once again by Merc. So fragile lead, 1-0. It's not going to be enough, I would say. It's very, very fragile. But Monksy and Maxi get some kills. Excellency jumps straight on that flag, get that return. 36 seconds left. Optic have it all to do right now as Tommy exchanges a kill there with Big Timer. Nice play. Maxi taking down Scumpy, and he's just going to backtrack all the way to his flag. Really smart play, just making sure his teammates are going to spawn right with him.
Yeah, and it looks like Apex now is at the very dire moments of holding on defensively, and it looks like Optic is going to get that flag pull. Tommy puts a stop to it, however, as it was Rambo pulling the flag, and Apex doing a great job. I hear him communicating over here. They sound quite a bit excited. Big Timer with a 2-piece, but Excellence shuts him down, and map number 3 is going to go to your team, Apex. And now we have a series.
We do indeed. This is exactly what happened when Optic played H2K, so it's going to be interesting now to see whether Apex can gather that momentum going